Davis, what do you guys see as the issues that this offense needs to get corrected?
Just little things. I think we're shooting ourselves in the foot, maybe like with technique and stuff like that. But there's no major issues with this offense. There's nothing that sort of nature. It's just the little things for us that are very fixable, and just we just got to go back to work and be honest with ourselves, and just keep giving the effort and the passion, because that's there. And this team plays extremely hard, and everybody cares. That's not an issue. It's just the little details with us, and we'll get it right. No one's worried. No one's freaking out. So.
Does it? I mean, is it a little bit of a mental issue in the sense that, hey, we've got 2 losses already, and maybe we're not going to be able to get to the playoffs?
No. I mean, no one's used to having 2 losses. I mean, but that's not. We can't worry about playoffs right now. We got to worry about this week. We got to worry about BC. We got to worry about getting better. As long as we put our head down and continue to work and put in the work and try to get better, look up, and we're 10-2. Who knows what can happen? You never know. We're still in September, so nobody's worried about that right now.
Why do you feel like some of the same mental mistakes that were happening like in week 1 are still happening week 4? It seems like?
I don't know if they're the same mistakes, but you're never going to be perfect with anything. It's always, you're always trying to get better, and there's always going to be things to work on and to figure out. So, I think it's just the way this team is. We just got to continue to really, really focus on the little details. So.
David, I want to talk about, obviously you guys want to stay together. That's the big thing. You really have a little adversity right now. How would you say the team morale is, and just kind of sticking together?
I think everybody's fine. I think they're good. Like, we want to win. Like that's what we do here. And so there's that part of it. But no one's quitting on each other. No one's pointing fingers. That's not who we are. It's not the culture here. Everybody's just like, all right, how can we get better? Like it's time. We need to really fix things that need to be fixed. But no one's pointing fingers. No one's doing nothing like that. Everybody's times like this, either you're going to split or you're going to come together even stronger. Because outside world, everybody on Twitter and media, they're like, what the heck's going on? Trash, and just it's all negative stuff. And so, this is really the time where we come even closer together, and you come, the bond that you have with each other becomes stronger. And so, I'd say overall everything's good. We want to win. We want to fix the things, but there's no pointing fingers, nothing like that.
What's that balance like of holding people accountable but not, calling them out, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I think just kind of the way Coach Sweeney's just kind of built the culture here. I mean, like, everybody holds each other accountable. Like there, kind of like you said, there's a fine line of just like being a jerk and calling someone out, and then just holding them accountable because you care for them and you want them to do their best. And we have a lot of those guys like that. Everybody wants to hold each other accountable. It's my job. It's Braden's job to hold the tight ends accountable. It's my job to hold Braden accountable. It's his job to hold me accountable. And it's like that in every position group. Same thing for the coaches. They're holding each other accountable as well. Yeah, I'd say, everybody here, especially this team this year, they do a good job of holding each other accountable. And we're honest with each other. I mean, and especially offense, I can't really speak for defense. But like in our meetings, we, we'll sit down and like, all right, look, this is where we got to get better. We're not on the same page right here, and this is where you need to get better, so-and-so, or, like we have those meetings, we're honest with each other. So, yeah.
Do you feel like some of the leaders on offense are, and do you feel like y'all are lacking in any way in leadership? Do you feel like that's been good this year?
I don't think we're lacking leadership. I think the offensive leaders are been the guys that were recognized in fall camp. I say DJ's a leader. The kid's young, but man, like that kid, he puts so much effort in. He works so hard, and I'm extremely proud of DJ. I really am. You got Jordan McFadden and Bockhorst at O-line. Those guys are the rock of the O-line. And receivers, you got Justin. He's the vet. He's extremely experienced, and those guys just kind of, watch what he does and trying to learn from the best. And tight ends, I'd say it's Braden and me. But there's no lack of leadership on this team. There really isn't. I mean, this is my third year here, and this might be just like overall amount of like hard workers we have. I mean, like guys really care. Like there's not an issue at practice. Like we're going 110% every day, all day. So that's not an issue at all.
Davis, you're around Coach Elliott as much as anybody. How's he dealing with all the criticism he's getting right now? Do you feel for him right now?
Coach E's Coach E, and being an OC a lot of criticism comes with that job. But he has stayed the same. He's the rock of for tight ends specifically. He's the leader of our room. He can't worry about what everybody says about him. Because he's got to lead the offense. He's the leader of the offense, and he's done a great job with that. And I mean, for all the people that are criticizing him, I mean, he's not to blame. He really isn't. He's not the guy that needs to be blamed. The players are the ones that play, and he's had great game plans every week. And it's just a lack of, execution on our part in some areas. But Coach E's done a great job of just kind of, keep staying inside out is what I kind of best describe it as. He's not really, you can't listen to it, especially, being an OC and with all the criticism that comes with that. He's done a great job. He's been a great example for us because it's very easy right now, being 2-2, to listen to everybody from the outside and what everybody's saying about us, and it's extremely easy to do that right now. But we can't do that. If we want to stay together, we can't do that. We got to stay inside out, and he's been a great example of staying inside out and just focusing on what you can focus and what you can control. And so he's done a good job of not listening to the outside noise.
I guess what do? Do you turn off your cell phone? Do you
Oh yeah, I don't check social media anymore. Not right now. I mean, it is filled with negativity. It's not good for the soul, in my opinion. So yeah, I've been staying away from that.
Are you not, does any part of that bother you in the sense that, hey, we won 6 ACC titles and a couple of national championships over the last 5 years, and now people are upset about what they're seeing right now?
Yeah, it is what it is, I guess. You're gonna find out who the true fans are. But I don't play to the appeal of the fans, or that's not where I get my whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I play for one person, and that's my Savior, Jesus Christ, and I play for Him. And I really don't care what anybody else thinks about how I'm doing or how this team's doing, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. What matters is how we think ourselves, what we think about this team. So.
Davis, where do you feel like the communication is among the offensive line and tight ends just in terms of the blocking and run blocking? Coach mentioned that's still a work in progress. Is that still an issue, do you feel like? And how do you sort of speed that process along?
I don't really think it's an issue. I thought we did a really good job of it this week. We've had to put in extra time to be on the same page about whatever our game plan is, and that comes with it. I I've had to do that all 3 years I've been here. There's a lot that we have to communicate. It's not just very simple things. I mean, the defense can change a look, and I've got 2 or 3 calls I have to make potentially just on that one play. I mean, it's very complex, and so. But I feel like, we struggle with that a little bit at the beginning. I feel like we're progressing pretty good, and I thought we did a very good job this week of being on the same page. I mean, obviously not gonna be perfect every time, never, but I feel good where we're at communication-wise between us two.
Davis, have you jumped into Boston College yet? And I'm guessing, they're playing pretty well, and they're probably going to be a little bit motivated about what happened here last year.
Yeah, I've looked at them a little bit, and we'll dive into them a lot tonight. But Boston College, obviously they're a really good team. I mean, very tough, as always, and it's going to be a really good challenge this week for sure. But Coach E, he'll make a great game plan as always, and I'm very confident that his team will respond. That's what we do, and it's the culture that Coach Swinney's built here. But yeah, they're a great team, and they're gonna be tough. They really are, and they're well coached, really disciplined. They do the little things really good, and the scheme that they play in, they play their scheme really well. So it's gonna be a really good challenge this week.
Just what you were mentioning, leaders, you brought up DJ first. I mean, obviously, the guy who gets the most criticism is the quarterback. I mean, how have you seen him handle that? You talk about his work ethic. What does that look like?
I mean, his work ethic is, just like I think about this morning. Like we had a 6:30 lift this morning, and he's grinding in there. He's not going through the motions. He's pushing himself, just drenched in sweat. I mean, I feel like this motivates him. He wants to do good. He doesn't want to lose. No one wants to lose. And he comes in every day with the same attitude, and you can tell he's really pushing himself in practice. Just overall in every aspect of playing quarterback. Just his job specifically, and making sure everybody's on the same page. And he's done a really good job, and I'm really proud of him. And you can tell that he cares, and that he wants to do everything he can to help us win.
Is there anything you can point to? You guys have so many talented receivers, tight ends, pass catchers, where the ball's not getting a whole lot or not getting spread around a whole lot. Like he had Justin last game with 8 catches, he got it to I think Lance had 1, and that was about it. Is there any reason you kind of see that with the offense right now?
No, I don't think there's any really specific reason. Just kind of how it's played out, but nothing real specific.
Is the perimeter blocking from both the receivers and tight ends where y'all want it to be right now?
I think they've done a pretty good job. Just where we're at. I mean, everybody's growing. Everybody wants to get better. I mean, we're not gonna be perfect. Like I said, you always are trying to improve in every aspect, whether it's blocking, catching, communication, whatever it is. But we've put in a lot of work with that specifically as well. I mean, as of just like everything else, and so I think those guys they're trying really hard, and they're doing a pretty good job. And of course, we're always going to try to get better in every aspect.
Anybody on Zoom have a question? Anything else, Luke? All right, thanks, David.
Thanks, David.
Appreciate it.